it's just the wave.
What up, world? It's your boy Jeff, aka Cool Boy Jeff, right here. This is the only place you can find the wave. It's the Wave 804. Man, I'm so blessed to have my big dog in the building with me. You know what I'm saying? My big homie Calhoun. I looked up to this guy. He's a hell of a football player. He's number one. He's a hell of a grinder. You know what I'm saying? I watch this man work day in, day out. First guy on the football field, the last one to get off. You know what I'm saying? And also, I want to congratulate him for being in the bowl down there in Florida, right?
Yeah.
And definitely he got a chance to play out there with those other guys. And also his name is being mentioned in the NFL Combine. So, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and introduce yourself, big homie, because I got loads of questions to ask you.
What's up, world? Karl Calhoun. Everybody call me Calhoun. From Sanford, Florida. Graduated Virginia Union, mass communication, focused in broadcast journalism. Played linebacker. I'm just trying to inspire the world, man, and just show people it's things you can do to help other people without being there with them sometimes. You know, people just looking at you can inspire. So I just want to be a good role model, not only for kids, but for people my age, even people older than me, because when somebody tell you something, man, you just got to keep going. You know, that's just how I try to live my life. I just try to keep going.
Facts. So I want to say, man, you know, since my freshman year, I always watch your gameplay. Like how the way you play, how the way your mental mind state was. Like even for me, like coming out, trying out for the football team my freshman year. And it was a pretty awakening experience because it's different from high school.
Yeah.
Once you get to college, it's more business oriented.
Yeah.
So the question I'm asking about that is, what was something that you had a transition from high school to college, and how was you so able to be so to adapt to it?
Well, one transition is you got to realize you're not the best player no more.
Mm-hmm.
You got people older than you, you got people bigger than you, people faster than you. The game speed is much faster. It's more of a learning method than high school. You know, you the big dog on campus, you the guy right away. You know, from freshman year to start. College, you know, you can come in and be the guy right away, but sometimes you're not. You got to work your way up.
Mm-hmm.
So my transition was a lot more studying with the playbook, a lot more conditioning with your body. You got to work out more. You got to be more dedicated to the weight room, more dedicated to your craft, because when you're not working, somebody else working.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not going to get better by doing the things you did in high school. High school, you can wake up and just go out there because you're better than everybody.
Mm-hmm.
College, if you're not working, you're going to stay the same. You're going to plateau, you know. So you got to, my transition was continue to work, read my playbook, go to sleep on time, study,
mm-hmm.
and that helped me transition to become what I did towards the end of my career.
Mm-hmm. So looking forward of it, freshman year, now you're on the football team. What was expected of you at that time? Like, was you starting, or was you a captain of the team? Or
okay, my freshman year came in because of some bad things in high school. I was ineligible.
Okay.
I had the red shirt my first year.
Okay.
If you want to talk about my red shirt freshman year, it was all like seniors in front of me.
Okay.
But I didn't want to settle for just being a guy. You know, watching other players, these guys were great. You know, JoJo, Rowan, all these guys.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to play, and I did what I did, and I found myself on the field. Ended up starting, I think, 4 or 5 games.
Mm-hmm.
So my mindset was not to overstep nobody's boundaries, but also not to let nobody label me as the freshman kid. I wanted to come in and make an impact because I knew what I could do,
mm-hmm.
and not disrespect anybody else. I just, when you know you can do something, you want to do it. You want to show them. I don't want to be on the sideline rooting when I know I can play.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to root my teammates on, but I wanted to contribute to my teammates as well. So my redshirt freshman year, I came out with a mindset. I wanted to play. I already had sat down for a year, which I was going to play my first year if I wasn't ineligible.
Mm-hmm.
So I was already ready to play. So my mindset was go make plays.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay, so you making plays, and now you're coming out. Now you're starting to get a chance to play on the field. Sophomore year. What was the overall mindset behind that, and what did you challenge yourself to do better?
Sophomore year, man, that was a great year. Number 1 defense in the country,
mm-hmm.
and I was a part of that. We had a nice core linebacker. There's about 5 of us. We all played evenly.
Mm-hmm.
The mindset that year was championship. You know, we came off, it was Coach James' first year, the year before. We came back really strong. Offense was crazy, defense was crazy. My mindset was to do whatever I could to help us win.
Mm-hmm.
Whether that was, you know, sacrificing myself so a teammate can make a play, or just busting my behind in practice, staying after later, running extra sprints. my mindset was to win, you know, to get my name out there even more and start early. I didn't want to wait, you know, to be great. So the mindset that year was, the ground was just crazy that year, man. Like I said, #1 defense in the country. It was pretty good year.
Man, and y'all did very awesome, man. And just looking at the first of all, Coach James came around and turned over the whole organization to make everything better. And for him to be such a very intelligent guy, and for what he taught, and the biggest thing was when I came out and I tried out when I came out with you, and the biggest thing he always told me, and still to this day, it stuck with me while I was in school, and he said, "What would you guys do if they took over, or if we lost the football program? How many of you guys would really still be in school?" Ever since that day, and I'll tell you, I had a 3.8 GPA my freshman year, and once he said that, I really looked at it. It's like, you know what? I don't have to prove a point anymore. Because when I was always thinking about football too, like, oh, I want to play football. But once I got here, I'm like, you know, I'm not at Hopewell no more. That's not my mindset no more. Like, I don't have to do things to be safe or, you know, stay out of trouble. I'm in school now. Only thing I can just do right now is learn. And ever since I heard that, every single day, I always tell him, thank you. And he know what I'm talking about. Looking at Calhoun junior year, what things have you taken from Coach James that made you not only a better player, but a better man?
Coach James, man, if I can sit there with a book and write down the quotes he said, man, his quotes was crazy. One of the quotes, Coach James taught you things beyond football, you know, because as a football coach, it's not just football. You know, you with these guys 5 a.m, these are brothers, you know.
Yeah.
So we looking at this man, you know, he directing us. We not, you know, I'm from Sanford, Florida, you know, I ain't been home in a while. So guidance comes from coaching, guidance comes from teaching and all this, but these are the people you're around all the time. You go and travel, you travel with these guys, you go to sleep with these guys, we be in hotels, you practice with, you sweat with these guys, bleed with these guys. So Coach James, I think the thing just stuck with him, he would always say family. Like every time he prayed, man, just one of the things that's gonna stick in my head. He always said, a family that stays together, a family that prays together, stays together. And that go over people's head. It's like, you can't just fight with your family all the time. You got to stay together. And I think the whole time he was there, he taught togetherness. And all the quotes, and man, I could sit here and talk for days about the quotes he said, but that one really stuck because you got to realize these are brothers that's around you. You know, everybody outside is outside. You know, if you win, they love you. If you lose, they don't like you. But these guys are with you forever. When you done playing ball, you can still hit these guys up. When you hurt and you can't play nothing, these the guys gonna lift you up. Everybody else gonna forget about you. You know, so Coach James, man, he made me a better man by just teaching familyness, man. Like calling your mom, see how she doing. You know, just not just hey mom, how you doing? Calling your brother, how you doing? Because you lose sight of that sometimes when you be in school. You don't think about people back home as much. You know, but togetherness is a big deal, and I think that's the thing that stuck with me the most with Coach James. Like, it's more than football, it's family.
And I respect that. So now, fourth quarter, your senior year, graduation, everything out there on the field, and you become a captain on the defensive side, or are you just the captain of the whole team?
I was captain of the team.
You captain of the team?
Junior and senior.
Junior and senior. Become a captain. What can you say, what puts you in that position to be a captain, and also you're a student athlete? What was the hardest thing about trying to make both of those things work? Because I know it can be hard being a football athlete and having your books together, but you made it seem so easy. And why is that? And what did you do to make sure that was like, you know, it worked good?
We're going back to the captain scenario. I was selected a captain. First of all, I didn't expect it. I'm real. You know me. I'm real folk. I'm gonna talk to everybody.
Yeah.
On the field, I'm more so. I lead by example, and same way in the community. I'm not the guy that's gonna come and grab you out the club. You ain't supposed to be here. I'm just the guy that's gonna tell you behind the scenes. Look, man, you gotta focus on something. Like, gotta realize what you're trying to do. This ain't what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm that guy that's gonna talk to you behind the scenes. I'm not on the field. Yeah, I'm gonna yell the plays and all that, but I'm not the guy to cuss you out and do none of that. I'm the guy that I want to talk to you behind the scenes. So when I came back from camp, we came back from home and went into camp, you know,
Mm-hmm.
Coach grabbed me. He was like, you know, JoJo and all these guys, you know, they selected you to be team captain. And I was like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It was like, your grades good, you don't get in trouble. You know, you play good before you give it your all. So it's not all about being vocal. It's about what people see.
Mm-hmm.
So when people see in Calhoun, they like, okay, he in school, he in class, he don't miss class, he don't do this. He come to every practice, every meeting, every workout. It's more so leading by example.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's what put me in that role. Being a student athlete, it's not easy at all. And people, I think, overlook it because they're not in that situation. A lot of these kids, you know, you can go to school and that's all you got to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't have to go to school, wake up early from practice, got to rush to get dressed, go to class, go to a meeting, don't get to eat, come back, go to another meeting, then go to class. You tired. You know, you got to wake up and do it all over again.
Yeah.
And some teachers understood it, but some teachers didn't.
Right.
So my thing is, you got to cut other things out. You got to cut out the party, sacrifice. You got to cut out staying up late. You got to cut out the late night on the phone. You got to cut out the video games, the social hours. You got to focus on this because the time you're not playing football in the meetings, you got to do homework. You got to do this. So I think it's more so a sacrifice that made me, I guess, look easy because I realized I had to cut out certain things to elevate myself in the classroom and elevate myself on the field.
Mm-hmm.
So I gave up. You got to give up. Like I said, you got to give up those parties that everybody going to because you know you got a game tomorrow, or you know you got to travel the next day. So the biggest thing with that, I think, would be sacrifice. I think sacrifices will help that.
Sacrifices, man. And like definitely, dude, like since my freshman year and outside of this, like you've definitely made a profound change from everybody has their fun time, but now it's at the time where, okay, I'm a man now, I'm ready, I'm trying to get my career going, I'm trying to make a difference in what you're trying to pursue. And again, congratulations for you playing in the bowl down there in Florida, you being around so many other great people who work hard as well. And now your name is being on Twitter, seeing that you're in the draft and you're working hard, and now you're preparing for your pro day. How is it now that you did high school, college, now you're working for the pros?
We're going into the bowl game down there. I was in 2 bowl games. The one down in Florida, great experience, man. You got guys from all over the country. Mm-hmm. Some guys came from Canada. You know, so it was a great experience being around some of those guys. Then the other bowl game was in January. I went to Salem, Virginia, the HBCU Spirit of America Bowl. A lot of great guys, man. And you've seen the culture of HBCU football guys come together and just talk about the strength and the struggles of HBCUs. It was just good to be around guys and hear everybody's stories. So it was just a blessing to get to play with some of those guys. Pro Day, preparing for Pro Day down there in Bethune-Cookman. I'm blessed to get to do it down there because it's great weather. Scouts love great weather. So it's going to be a lot of them down there. I'm just hoping to go out there and do what I can. High school, it's crazy. A lot of people don't know. I didn't start playing football until my freshman year of high school, which is kind of late. You know, some guys started at 7, 8 years old. I didn't start until I was 14, 15. And just to see the transition, because I didn't know anything. I didn't know how to get in the stance. I didn't know what the play was. You know, we played football back in the yard, but it wasn't no organized stuff. So the transition to elevate quickly and then become a linebacker and then just grow into the game, it's just crazy to watch over the years. Because personally, I see how I got better and understanding the game and playing the game. And the fact that I even have the slightest chance of playing at the next level, AFL, CFL, NFL, it's just a blessing because a lot of guys don't get to play in high school or after high school. So the fact that I played through college, had a pretty good career, and then even the slightest chance I can play pro is just a blessing, man. I'm just hoping for the best. Just looking back at it, it's crazy the strides we made, man.
And man, I love it. I definitely love to see the growth, and especially for me to sit there and watch and participate in your success, and also the times that you really went hard, man, is just even beautiful because I actually see the overall talent, but you put in hard work, so you had both. You know what I'm saying? So some people are very you have two types of people. You have people who is blessed with talent and blessed with hard work. Hard work, you have your tools, and this is how the way you make it. When you have talent, the only thing you gotta do is just do it. But I feel like you won't really appreciate it if you work hard enough for it. And that's what I see in you, and you really work hard. So me and you previously having this conversation beforehand. How about most athletes fail when they don't get picked to go in the NFL or whatnot? And by you having your degree, what would you think that would be an alternative outcome if you didn't make it into the league?
Well, like I told you, I'm a sports guy. That's what made me want to be a mass comm major. That's what made me want to do everything, because I love sports. I love talking about it, breaking it down, the stats, the tail of the tape. I love sports, man. So it would never be nothing for me to get out of sports. I want to stay in sports. I want to broadcast. I want to write. I want to write the stories up. I want to do everything that involves sports. Like I told you before, I don't want to do that working for somebody else. I want to build my own brand. A guy that I'm real cool with, Kevis and Huggins. These guys at ESPN, but then he was like, he want to do his own thing. That's what I want to do. I want to put my name out there and not have my name associated with other people. So that built over the years and get in tune with some other guys. I also want to motivate the youth. I want to coach. I want to have my own facility back in Sanford of training facility / learning facility. Building that, I want to use my background. I even told you, even think about going back to school to be a lawyer, become an agent. I don't want to leave the sport, man. I love the game. So the football thing wasn't to work out. You would see me immediately building my brand up to continue talking about sports in my way, the Calhoun way. I would have put it my way. I want to tell people my point of view and use my knowledge of the game and share that to the world. So sports is what I'm gonna be around, and that's what I'm gonna go. I got my degree in mass comm, so I'm gonna do.
Man, you're so outstanding at your work, whether it's football, being a student, and also being a good friend. And definitely, I see so many things that you're going to be doing that's going to pay off. Like, of course, I want to see you play football because I always watch you do it. But I feel like that you can also do and make a very great impact in somebody's life. Like, even for me, like, we always talked about what we were going to do in our futures. Like, I always wanted, like, you wanted to be a sports analyst, and I always want to be a sports analyst. Like, we're both broadcast journalism majors.
Exactly.
And, to really watch somebody go hard and for football, you was also the reason why that I'm like, you know what, let me go ahead and start doing something for myself so I can at least work and I can put myself at a good space where I'm going to be straight. And now it's going good. Started since August, and I kept working. But you, on the other hand, man, you have this gift for years that you can draw people from any walks of life, and you can draw them to you, and then they can learn something from you. Me sitting right here, I'm like a full believer, because I always believed in you, but to sit here and to talk to you, I'm getting a whole different vibe that you're going to be good at anything that you touch. So my thing is, I want to say thank you for, even coming on here and doing this interview, because I want to see so much out of you, and I know it's going to come out of you. And even down the line, like, you're going to be a very great father, because you're going to be, scratch that, you already a great father, because especially for your little girl, and you teaching her, first of all, respect. You know what I'm saying? For guys come up to you to give you so much respect, and you want to show her the same thing, but you got at the same time you want to try to probably teach her how to grind and hustle. You know what I'm saying? You're going to put that on her, and to look at it, you're going to have such a monument figure. Anybody's gonna want to come up and learn anything from you. So I'm saying, like, from me being Jeff to you, like, bro, I want to say thank you, because you've been a great, phenomenal person since you've been in school, and also you stayed on your shit. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, I want to see good things from you, blessed to you, like everything towards you, bro. Like, cause I want to see you win, I want to see you make it, cause A lot of people don't have their head where we have our heads at, especially at our age. Everybody want to continue to have fun and live their life, but when we 30, we want to be able to retire. We want to be able to take care and see our kids and have a life. You know what I'm saying? Because I know most of us, we come from that lifestyle when the only option was to play sports or and stay out the streets. It was either one or two. Either you gonna go with your friends, or you gonna be different, or you gonna grind.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So definitely give a shout out to anybody, whoever you want to, and let everybody know where they can find you at. And definitely, I can't wait to see you work on Pro Day, bro.
Appreciate it, man. I want to say thank you, man, Jeb. I remember you sent me the friend request with the Wave. Only had probably 30 followers. Now my dog over 1,000, man. This is a good man right here. Been cool since I met him. You know, shout out to the city, man. Sanford, Florida. Shout out to Lily, my daughter. You know, shout out to everybody, my team. Shout out whatever. You can find me on Instagram, BigHoon_17. Snapchat, Hoon2Live. You probably heard about it. Yeah, we get live. And, you know, just thank you for having me here, man. I appreciate you.
Already, man. This has been a blessed interview, and definitely, y'all gotta watch my man. You know what I'm saying? Calhoun, bro. You gonna be somebody. I'm not even gonna say be somebody, but you are somebody. You gonna be a dominant figure, man. And whatever that you do, you just gotta keep going and stay focused, bro. Don't let up for nobody.
Appreciate it, bro.
It's been another dope interview with my man Calhoun. It's the Wave of the Four. We out, man.